Well, run 50 States My Way. It's Ashley and Ryan, and we are at the Brickhouse Inn in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania.
This is the Alabama room. This is the historic Welty house. So this is the one that's actually a Civil War house that has the plaque out front. We're actually putting a much bigger display so people can kind of read about it. But let me go ahead and get you into your room and not give you a history tour. We have people for that. All right.
Come
on. Okay, so you guys are on ground level. And just a couple quick things, and this is going to be the same for your room too, so if you want me to go ahead and go through it again, I'm happy to do that. This is going to be our little manual. So welcome to the Brickhouse Inn. It has your Wi-Fi password. It has, in case of emergency, this is Jared. He's the acting general manager right now. And then Melanie is who you met before. She's the head innkeeper, hospitality manager. She's actually been here for over 20 years, so longer than any of all the owners have been here. So if you get cold, there's a heater right over here that has a little dial right here, and you can, I would suggest setting it at 3 if you're cold. If you get hot, because it's been muggy during the day, AC remote is right here, and you have the AC on the wall right over there. Okay. We also, how long are you guys going to be staying with us?
We are here until Thursday morning. We check out Thursday.
I thought I saw you guys here for a few days. So if you need any changeover service, towels, soap, any little cups or anything with your bedding, just let us know at breakfast or before then, and we'd be happy to take care of that for you. Okay. Now, if you want any information on the Welty house, there's several books that I can recommend, but I also recommend taking either a ghost tour, which is mainly when you talk about Shawshank, I thought that would make an awesome ghost tour. I don't know if they actually have one or not, but I was thinking, do they? That is so cool. Well, we do have a ghost tour that's going out tonight. It goes out every night at 8 p.m. And then we also are just starting our, we call it our Wonder Women tour. It's a female history experience. So I think our first open tour is for tomorrow or Wednesday, but we can give you more information on that. And our breakfast menu, when you guys are all settled, you guys can come back in the main house if you like, and it'll be sitting all there on the table with some fresh cookies or some pastries, and that'll show you what we got for breakfast tomorrow. Okay. It's still a surprise for me. I think it's for blueberry French toast, but don't tell anyone else. So it's, give you a little information. So this is the Texas suite right here on the inside. As you can see, this is one of my favorite ones. I always do this just in case someone didn't sneak in. All right. And this is actually where I stayed in Chicago. My boss stayed in this suite right here. I love it because it's on the ground floor. It has a 4-post bed, as you can see, and it's just, to me, I don't know, it's just really, really authentic. If you see the other rooms in the Welty house, they're some of my favorite compared to the one in the other building. So, same instructions for the most part, except I do believe you have a little clicker right here. Okay. For the fireplace, so it might not even get that cold, but you can turn it on. It'll help with the ambiance. Perfect. And same emergency contact numbers. And for breakfast, you just guys come around right to the front door, and you guys can come right into breakfast. If it's raining, if not, you can just come right outside. Perfect. I don't think there's anything else you need to know about this room. And if you are interested in the ghost tour for tonight, or one of the other nights, just come and see us or check on the website. You can book on your own. Okay. Perfect. Is the ghost tour a walking tour? Yes, it is. So it is a walking tour, so it does go up at least about 3/4, a little bit, almost a mile. Okay. And it goes up towards the cemetery, so it's a little bit of a climb. Yeah. Okay. And what all? How many stops? And it's all external, I'm assuming. So yeah, it's all external. It does start here. Okay. Starting today is the first day it starts here. Okay. But they will just be going out in front of the Welty house. They're not going inside. They will not be going into the Evergreen Cemetery where Lincoln gave his speech because it's the evening. But you can visit some of those places during the day. But yes, it's all external for now. Okay, perfect. In the dining room, there are baked items. There's cookies as well as gluten-free. Brownie and cookie, which is wonderful. Different games. And then coffee, water, and tea. This is the back terrace of the Brickhouse bed and breakfast. It is just beautiful. So again, we are in the Welty house, which was a sniper's nest during the Civil War.
And then this is the main house here, the Brickhouse Inn, and the outside terrace. Something to note, parking is up here, so you do have to come down several steps in order to bring your luggage and things in. So if you have mobility issues or things like that, just be mindful. They did help us get things inside, but it's important to note. In the main house, they have coffee, which I showed you, as well as some treats. I'm going to go over there and see if I can get a cup of hot tea. This is the Delaware room. We looked at that one. And then again, my parents are in the Alabama room. Breakfast at the Brickhouse. Day 1, we get a nice little yogurt and fruit parfait. The main course for breakfast is a blueberry brioche French toast with bacon. One of the nice things is that inside of the breakfast room where you can get coffee and cookies, they put up the menus for each day. So our last day will be a fruit bowl, bacon, baked apple pancake with apple cinnamon syrup. And they keep the coffee, the Keurig, tea, and then cookies. It looks like there's one cookie left. We're starting this morning with a fruit cup. Our main course is a Dutch pancake with apple cinnamon compote and bacon. My parents enjoying my favorite spot here at the Brickhouse Inn. My dad not behaving as always. The wonderful porch swing. They stayed in the Alabama room. Mom, what did you think of the Alabama room?
It was great.
Very comfy?
Very comfy.
Love it.
I'd rather be in the Ohio room.
My dad wanted to be in the Ohio room, but that was upstairs and they can't do stairs. So it was either Alabama or Delaware, and they got Alabama. So we're in the Texas room. Let's take a look. An amazing 4-poster bed. It has been a dream of mine to stay someplace where there's a 4-poster bed. So this is just, to me, the epitome of romance, and I'm so excited. Again, so pardon, we already started unloading our stuff, so you can kind of see the room with our stuff in it. So I apologize, but there is a nice little chest here where we're gonna put our clothes, a nice TV, window seating, which again is just something that I really, really love. A fireplace. The steps to get up to the bed are right there, so we'll probably use those later. The closet, which is really roomy and allows for us to have our luggage in there, kind of removed from everything. And then the bathroom is really nice. Hi, YouTube. Nice sink, towels. And then in here is a, pretty basic shower, but it's very nice and clean. Mat to step on, and then the little nook over here is where the toilet is. You open our door. Again, we are in the Texas room, and you have this entryway, and there are additional rooms upstairs. Again, my parents stayed in the Alabama room, complete with bullet holes from the battle. It has an exterior door, opens up into another well-appointed classic room. Not a 4-poster bed, but a sleigh bed. A beautiful period piece that I just want to take home with me. It's a little George Washington desk. I love this piece of furniture, and again, would just love to take that home. Similar to our room, there is a closet, a little bit smaller, but it does have shelving where we had the dresser. Little fireplace. Different from our room, our sink and vanity was inside of the bathroom. In the Alabama room, it's this external piece. And again, it's a beautiful, beautiful piece with shelving. Inside of their bathroom, same thing with the shower, which was very clean and great water pressure. I highly recommend the Welty house. The Brickhouse is beautiful, but the Welty house just has so much history in it, and it's just magical. Final thoughts of the Welty house and Brickhouse: magical. The breakfast each day, absolutely delicious. This, of course, is my favorite spot at the Brickhouse. I've loved each day sitting either in the rocker or in this wonderful porch swing. This is the place you have to check out. While the main area is a little bit loud, here comes another truck. It is definitely worth staying at the Brickhouse, and I highly recommend choosing a room in the Welty house for the history and the experience. The Texas room was beyond magical. Starting soon, the Welty house and Brickhouse will provide tours of the basement. We're going to learn a little bit of history. We're actually the first guests to get to go down, so we're really excited. A little bit about the basement.
So for the
What do we know?
So like for the most part of what we know for the basement here, right across the street used to be the Rough House. It's now the Children of Gettysburg, 1863. It's
Okay.
the Children's Museum.
Okay.
But during the Battle of Gettysburg, there was a man by the name of John Rupp who would have lived here, or lived at that building.
Okay.
He actually brought his family. He had 6 children and a wife. During the first day of battle, to his neighbor's house, which was Mr. Welty, who would have lived here.
Okay.
He brought the children down here in the basement, and kind of realizing how devastating the battle was going to be, and how the Confederates were pushing the Union soldiers further into town, and actually forcing them up to East Cemetery Hill, and the battling was taking a good majority of the heart of the battle was actually here in town, right here where the Welty House is now.
Right.
He thought it'd be safer for him to take his family to the father-in-law a few towns over.
Okay.
Now, John Rupp actually stayed behind, but he stayed at his house. I don't know why he thought that this house was safer than his own house, but it might be having to do something with the fact that it was a brick house. Now, I did also hear you said something about you were staying in the Texas room. Did you hear anything strange at nighttime?
Just cars on Baltimore.
Okay, just cars on Baltimore. I know it gets really busy nowadays, but they do say sometimes you can hear Mr. Welty himself in the Texas room specifically.
Okay, yeah.
And he's the original owner of the Welty house.
We did not hear him. I kept waiting, but it was quiet.
Definitely,
so.
Gettysburg has grown up so much, it's harder to see things. But if you stay here during the winter time and like when it's a little colder and it's not as busy out, a lot more activity happens here in Gettysburg. At least that's what we've found.
Okay.
Because there's less people here, and I think when there's more people in the area, you would think that there would be more sightings. It's actually, it doesn't work that way. It's a little ironic, but there's a lot less sightings when there's more people in town compared to when there's less people in town.
Now, the sharpshooters were in the yard, correct?
There were actually sharpshooters that were in the attic here of the Welty house.
Okay.
So where I believe where the Georgia room is right now, there were sharpshooters up there shooting up at East Cemetery Hill.
Okay.
Yeah.
And rumor has it that the shot that killed Jenny Wade came from the yard?
Well, they say it could have come from the Farnsworth house, which is actually right down the road here. Although with where we're placed for the Welty house, it is close to, the trajectory, but I mean, there's been lots of little theories on where that, shot could have come from. But there was a lot of different houses that were here on the side of the street that would have been used as sharpshooter position.
And what's the name of the ghost tour that comes out of this location?
U.S. Ghost Avengers or Civil War Ghost Tours.
Okay. That is the tour that we wish we had taken, because I watched it leave every night, and it just looked like you really get that full experience, that full walking experience, both history and haunts.
Yes, and we're
a good
trying to,
collection.
Get a couple more stops. We're going to hopefully have an ultimate tour up and running soon, so that will be like a 2-hour-long tour, and you could always pay an extra $5 and get an extended 30-minute long tour.
Okay.
And then that gives you an extra 4 stops.
Wow.
An extra 30 minutes of ghost stories, basically.
What do you see as the most haunted building in Gettysburg usually?
Personally, the building that I get the most hauntings in is probably going to be either the Jenny Wade house or the Farnsworth house.
Okay.
Just that's where you get a lot of the orbs and the different pictures where people always kind of see strange things moving around. And they're like, oh, we catch all these cool orbs with a strange apparition looking at me. And that's always like those 2 spots.
Those 2
see,
spots.
Like a lot of activity.
Okay. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Again, check out the Welty house, which is part of the Brickhouse bed and breakfast. Absolutely great place to stay. And like he mentioned, this is the ghost tour to do. We did do the ghost tour inside the Jenny Wade house, and contrary to what he said, we didn't get any activity, but that's okay. It was quiet that night. Maybe it was the rain that was keeping everybody away. This is Run 50 States My Way. Like, subscribe, and comment down below because we've had an absolutely amazing time here in Gettysburg.